Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater, and of course, I am excited. I'm very excited for the release of New Mutants coming April 3rd, 2020. A movie we've been waiting for nearly 2 years for is finally almost upon us, and they just released a new TV trailer today. And I haven't watched it yet, but I've been getting a lot of requests to do more of these reaction videos. So I thought, why not? I'll dive in. We'll take a look at it and see if it's any good or not. I have high hype levels. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I have very high hype levels for this, and I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty decent. So let's why don't we take a look at this here and see what we're in for. Hopefully that's going to be pretty boss. Only 30 seconds, not very long though.
New mutants are dangerous. That's why you're here.
Ooh, scary.
This isn't a hospital. It's a cage.
Together, we can get out of here.
That thing will kill you!
He's right, it's magic.
So am I.
Damn.
The New Mutants.
That was so hot.
Rated PG-13, April 3rd.
All right. So, I mean, that ain't much, to be honest with you guys. That ain't much right there. That gave us a little bit. We saw magic. We saw Sunspot. We saw the Demon Bear. I mean, and the cool thing about this movie is that literally 100% this is what they shot back in 2017 before the first trailer came out. There were no reshoots on this movie, and it does look pretty effing cool, if I say so myself. This is one that I'm very excited for, mostly because of the fact that it's going to be the last Fox X-Men movie. We don't know if this is going to tie into the MCU at all, and it may not, actually, for one very specific reason that Maisie Williams herself confirmed in this interview here with Entertainment Weekly, where it says, exclusive, the New Mutants confirmed to feature beautiful same-sex love story. Saying here that director Josh Boone and his cast have waited years for the release of the movie. And word may have leaked early, but Boone confirms that the story he penned with screenwriter Knate Lee features same-sex love story between Rain Sinclair, played by Maisie Williams, and Danielle Moonstar, saying it's sort of the spine and focus of some of the character-driven stuff in the film. And this is something that a lot of people have been really kind of going, well, crazy over, because they are super excited to see what's going to happen with the story. But coming over here to superhero hype, it does ask the question, is it all hype? Is it all made up? Is it all just being put out there to hit that woke checkbox? Now, I don't know for certain. No one's seen the movie yet. We did get a kind of a glimpse of that in the trailer with the two of them holding hands in the scene in the hallway. Very brief, blink and you miss it sort of thing. But it does say here that the comic book iterations of Rahne and Dani have never been in a romantic relationship with one another. Additionally, comic book Rahne is so oppressed by her deeply religious upbringing that she's never demonstrated any attraction to another woman. Conversely, the New Mutants' only opening gay founding member, Zian Coy, was left out of the film. There have been hints that Zian and Dani could have had a relationship in the comics, but there was never any romance between Dani and Rahne. Their bond was more sisterly. Williams also said that the film never fully defines Rahne and Dani's relationship as a romance, saying it's not really a story about these two characters understanding their sexuality. It's not centered around that. They don't really necessarily label it. No one else does either, and no one else really questions it. Whether that will satisfy LGBT fans looking for representation remains to be seen. And that does actually bring up a very valid point, right? We get this trailer here that looks pretty badass, showing us off a lot of the stuff that people are going to be losing their mind over. But then when you start to ask, you start to talk about the LGBTQ representation in this film, and that the comic doesn't necessarily back up what they might be saying here, it is one that does really, well, beg that question. Are they going to play up the LGBTQ same-sex love story relationship as a way to, kind of, I don't want to say check a box. If they said if it's the spine of the character-driven stuff in the film, then that makes a lot of sense. Fine. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. But if they are using it to just check a box, or maybe a quote that's taken out of context and the internet itself is running with it, that could potentially damage the movie from a couple different ways. You could have your hardcore right-wingers that don't want that kind of story on screen. There's apparently a gay kiss in the Eternals, and 1 million moms is calling for a boycott of the movie because of that. I'm not even making that up. That's really going on. So it's one of those things. Or you're going to have the LGBTQ activists that are, or advocates, I should say, that are going to look at this as queer baiting and not being something that is considered realistic. It is one of those things where we have to talk about it before it comes out, and hopefully if it is in the movie, they'll manage it. If it's not in the movie, they will definitely they'll let us know ahead of time. That way they can save themselves a lot of trouble on social media, because that's unfortunately just where these things tend to go, and you know it as well as I do. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a fantastic day. Thank you for watching and supporting 3 Buck Theater. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, links below in the video description. Become a channel member today. Helps out quite a bit. I'll see you all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.